Oh yeah, he's back. Yeah, he's back. Yeah. No, he's back. He's back. Yeah, he is. He's back. I told you, he's back. He's back. I told you he's back. I think I love retro games. Retrogames. I am back. Yeah, babies. I came back. You were starting to think maybe he's not coming back. Maybe he's given up on this. I'm still keeping my hoodie on. It's still cold. It is February. It is February the 2nd. Wow, I missed the whole of January with you guys. So what fun that was, eh? You're thinking, oh no, where's Retrogames gone? Where's it gone? We were here all the time. You could have watched the old videos. How are you? Happy Retro Gaming Day. It is Friday. It's Friday. Yes, you've missed it, haven't you? Because I know what it is like. You're looking around on YouTube, you get all these recommendations. Some other fat blokes sitting in front of their games collections talking about crud. And they're just not like me, are they? They're not good enough. They're not Jace. They're not the original first ever retro gamer. Suck it and see. That's what I tell the wife. Anyway, how are you today? Have you had a good Christmas and a happy New Year? It's 2024, guys. It's 2024. That means it's 29 years old. Retrogames, this is our 29th year, which means next year is going to be the big 30-year anniversary. I'm going to have to do something special to celebrate 30 years of retro games. I mean, yeah, 30 years. And isn't it crazy? Here we are, still doing it. I had a great Christmas. Didn't get any retro gifts. I got some retro gifts, but I'm saving them. I'm going to save them up for next week. Yeah, I'm going to be back next week. I'm back now. I'm back. Calm down. I came back. I'm here. Big love to you all. Big love to the Hardcore 44. Yeah, you know who you are because you're all drinking out your mugs. That was great, wasn't it? I got a lot of great feedback from the Christmas show. Loads of you guys put out your mugs on your own shows. Richard did, Sean did. I'm sure Retro Bear did. Yeah, I think loads of you guys all got little clips of you with your Hardcore 44 mugs, and that was good. It made me feel special, and it made you guys feel special because you're part of the Hardcore 44. I mean that. Doesn't get better than that. So yeah, it was a great Christmas show, a lot of fun. My family watched it and did say, well, actually, Jace, this is just a long, boring list of people. And watching it back, yeah, you're right. There was nice bits in between, but mainly it was just a big list of me ranting on. Just a list of the Hardcore 44. So I don't know, I might not do that again next year. Might not. I don't know, it's nice to have a ranking. If we do a ranking again next year for Christmas, I'll just do it really quick. We'll just go yeah, pop pickers. We'll do it that way. I'll do it really quick, and it won't take up the whole show. Maybe we can get the show under an hour. That'd be good anyway. And I've been thinking about the Retro Games show. I've been thinking a lot. I have been thinking a lot in this month off. I'm thinking about the Retro Games show. Let's bring it back. I'm thinking let's have a Retro Games talking show. In March, at the beginning of March. So we'll have 3 of these, I think, and then we'll do a Retro Game show. And I'm going to put out a question. I'm going to ask for your feedback. Give me some meat on the bones to talk to you about. And we'll have a bit of a retro conversation with the return of a Retro Game show. It will be episode 25 of the Retro Game show. So that'll be quite nice to bring back. I know what you're thinking. This is what's in the box. Stop going on about the show. Yeah, I know. Separate. Now, I haven't been doing nothing, have I, this month? Because you have had, in January, 2 episodes of Jace in Japan. 2 episodes. And now I worked out how on average it takes me to edit that show. It takes me 1 hour to do 1 minute. Now that is either me being terrible at editing. I don't know. But that is seriously, I spent a whole day on a Saturday. I think, right, I'm going to get to some Jace in Japan. And I do 8 minutes in a whole day. I mean, it's okay if that's your job, if that's what you're getting paid for. If you're making TV shows, that's great, but it's a lot of work, Jason Japan. And the last show, which I thought was brilliant because I went around all the retro arcades, didn't do very well. Didn't do very well. Which is a show. And there was me eating chips. You want to see a fat bloke eating chips, don't you? If you haven't seen Jason Japan episode 6, check it out. It was a lot of work. And I've got a lot more to say about Japan still to come, but yeah, I'm just going to have a little break from the editing. But it will come back. Jason Japan is not finished. It's coming. Now, I've got a little post-it note here because there's been a lot of things to discuss. Retro Games news while I've been gone. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is Tank. Do you remember Tank by Ocean? It's a classic, super rare Ocean game for the ZX Spectrum. Looks like this. We haven't had it in stock for a few years. Well, one turned up on eBay and it sold for, is it a record? £600! £600 for an Ocean game. Wow, that is a lot of money, isn't it? That is a lot of money. It took me by surprise. I thought if we had it in stock, I would list it around the 200, 250 mark. So that's a considerable leap in value from what I thought it was worth. So that was nice to see. Yeah, a little bit of thing. Monty Mole has come back. Monty Mole is now on the Wii. Wii. I'm a retro gamer, let me off. On the Switch, you can now play Monty Mole on the Switch.
From his humble beginnings stealing coal in a South Yorkshire mine to becoming an international criminal on the run all across Europe, this collection includes the trilogy Wanted, Monty Mole, Monty on the Run and Auf Wiedersehen Monty, plus 2 bonus games, the festive adventure Moley Christmas and the solo adventure of Monty's friend Sam Stoat, Safebreaker.
Who'd have thought it? Monty Mole on the Switch. That is a proper Spectrum 8-bit British. You've got to be one of these sad old geezers like me to appreciate Monty Mole. Very surprised to see that turn up on a current console. With virtually no update at all. It's pretty much the Spectrum version. But yeah, it was worth looking at. Now, other news. There's been a bit in the press about CEX. Ooh, no, get out. No, CEX putting all their prices up on retro stuff. Apparently they're putting up their prices on retro stuff at exactly the same time that Game announced they are no longer doing pre-owned. They are stopping all pre-owned. I've got one thing to say about that Game. Goodbye, Game. There's hardly any margins in new stuff. How are you going to survive? You've already turned into a toy shop and a sweet shop. It's beyond me. What, you're just going to move completely out of games because the one thing you had was some used games that people could look at and actually find something that you didn't find in other shops, but you're going to take that away. Oh, let's just give all that market now to CEX and let them put their prices up, and that is what has happened. Very strange. Is this good news for retro games? The company, not just me, but maybe, yes, maybe. I think less places to get rid of your stuff. I mean, if you're personally, my personal opinion of CEX, I wouldn't take my stuff there to sell it. I wouldn't buy this stuff. Apparently, someone made a big fuss because CEX are now going to tell you if the games they have for sale on their website include a manual or not. Isn't that a prerequisite? What, you were selling games with just it's just totally random. Might have a manual, might not. Might have a disc, might not. I mean, what sort of shop is that? What sort of business is it? CEX, arch rivals. We had a run in with them back in about 1998, and it still weighs down on my shoulders. I still, and then I look out at where Retrogames the company is, and then now CEX is, and wonder if those 30 years in between, who's done better? Yeah, okay, all right, I know. How many people? Oh yeah, CEX roulette. Oh, what my finds? Oh, check out my finds. Check out my pickups, and it's all stuff from CEX. But cash converters. Cash converters. We've done cash converters. We've talked about the labels. We've talked. I don't know. I just go into that shop and I want to cry. It just makes me feel mortally depressed. Just looking through that, there's like the racks of DVDs just covered in labels and kids scribble, and I just think this is rubbish on a car boot sale, and you've got it out for sale in your shop. Ooh, God, ooh. Let's talk about Retrogames. You remember, I run a business called Retrogames. It's the oldest retro gaming company in the world. Well, this year is going to be an exciting year for Retrogames, I believe, because I saw a preview of our brand new website. Now, I did hint that there was some development going on, and I saw a little preview, and I love it, and it's going to be amazing. It's still some way off, but I do think, wow, I've got a little sneaky screenshot. I could just put a little screenshot. That's just a still screen, but when we're closer, I will run through some dev stuff and show you how the site works and stuff. I don't know. You guys hate change. That's the problem. We're retro gamers. We hate change. We don't like that going. And the Retro Games website, while it is clunky, while it is weird looking, while it is like a giant electronic game, it has been live since 2009 in the current guise. So to change that after such a long time, 15 years, that site has looked like that, and then to change it, I think maybe a lot of retro gamers are going to be frothing. I miss the old site. I don't know if you guys remember World of Spectrum. It's like a reference site and a download images site. And they suddenly changed their format, and everyone went crazy. It's like, what have you done? What have you done? Basically, the old version was just like written in Excel. but you know, people hate change, and I think retro gamers hate change more than anyone. So yeah, that's another exciting thing about that. What else shall I talk about? Shall I get on with it? I'm just so glad to be back. I'm so glad to be back. I'm a little bit hyper. Can you tell? A little bit hyper. That's how you like it. A little bit hyper. But there is something I need to say. Let's move this along. What's in the box? What's in the box? That's what you're here for. What is in the box? I mean, you might notice we've listed a lot of stuff in January. There's been busy. Those beavers in that Retro Games office, they've been too busy, to be honest. I can't keep on top of what they've been doing. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of interesting stuff. I think even stuff's going on right as you watch this. There might even be some stuff going on right now because it's a big listing week, over 500 items this week. So yeah, ooh, exciting. What am I going to start with? Let's start with Commodore 64. Yeah, now what about this? This game is called I.O. Not IOU, it should have been. And it's not a graphed gold game. It looks like it should. Look at me, my camera's wonky. Stop wonking my camera. Now, you can see this is horribly faded. You know when I pick things up and I think, oh, I'm going to talk about this with the guys. Sometimes it's the horrible things. And it's a shame because, I don't know if you can see, there was an old sticker there. Obviously there was a Firebird, format sticker. And it's changed, and where the sun's gone around it, you've left this orange square. It's a shame because the back is okay. It's obviously left at the front of a shelf for a long time. And it's a great game, I.O. Really, really hard shooter. I don't know if you've played it. Very difficult game. Yeah, so I.O. That's what we're starting like. It's a Commodore disc game, a classic Commodore disc shoot 'em up to start us off with. Let's stick with the Commodore 64. Now what about this? Now this, you're going to say, well that's boring, Jace. That is boring. This is Triple Deca, okay? So Triple Deca, this is a 3-game compilation on the alternative label. But I just took a little moment to let the cover soak in. Sometimes you don't look at a game and a game is so familiar that you just recognise it. You recognise it and you don't actually take in what the image you're looking at is because you just recognise it. I know, forgive me, I know I'm talking like a madman, more than normal. And this game, it's a 3-game compilation. It's got 3 games, and it's got Taz, Burger Riot, and Widow's Revenge. Now, Taz was originally released on the Bubble Bus label, had really nice artwork on the Bubble Bus label. They obviously didn't. Alternative didn't get that artwork as part of the deal to put the game out. But just look at these. It's the screenshot. It's the screenshots of these games. Burger Riots in a little square. Look how cheesy that is. But worse than that, Widow's Revenge. What the hell is that supposed to be? It's an absolutely pants game. I mean, they say a triple pack, but these games are terrible. I'll just show you you can see that. You can even see that in the shop. Look at the screenshots of the games. They're like the most morbid, depressing games you've ever seen in your life. I'd rather keep my $1.99 and buy myself some chocolate. Yeah, that Widow's Revenge. Is it a spider? What is it? Is it a spider in a crosshair? I don't know. It looks like a big green nuclear blob thing with... I have no idea what it is. And I just thought I'm going to show that to the guys. So I did. More Commodore. Now, this is a rare one. And I just love this. This has got proper artwork. It's got artwork. This game is called Skell. This is Skell, not the game I expected it to be. Simple shooter. It does look like his bones keep flashing through the main character graphic. But just bear in mind what this game plays like when you check out the artwork. That is an unusual name, isn't it? Skell. Just Skell. Short for skeleton. Yeah, it's just Skell, yeah. Skell for short. Yeah, my mates call me Skell. Anyway, great artwork. Look at the artwork on that. It's beautiful. On the high-tech label, not to be confused with the high-tech budget label, that doesn't have an H on the end. This is the original 1984, is it? Yeah, 84 release. Beautiful game. But just very rare. On the high-tech label, Skell there. Skell. Had to show you that. Another one on the Commodore 64. Now this one, I don't know if you remember, you might remember her leaving. She was on the show.
What a load of crap.
My ex-colleague Fiona. Well, there's a game about Fiona. Fiona Rides Out. It's basically about Fiona when she left Retrogames and how she got home. Yeah, so this is her on a broomstick flying over Bletchley Park. Terrible weather, as usual. This is her traversing the roundabouts of Milton Keynes. Yeah, careful. And this is when she finally gets home to the graveyard she lives in. What's she cooking in the pot? Goulash! Yes, classic. It's a mad title for a game. Fiona Rides Out. But very rare game for the Commodore 64. Very rare. Not really artwork, is it? On the Viper label. There's a few games on the Viper label. Yeah, obscure. We love it. Now this game, I can't believe this one. This game for the Commodore 64 is International Soccer. Now you'll remember International Soccer. It was pretty much the first mainstream Commodore 64 football game, and it came on cartridge. And everyone pretty much had a copy back in the day. It was brilliant, run around fun with your mates. Well, this is the cassette version, and I'm going to read this. This CRL put this out. CRL. It's so typical of CRL. They just didn't know what they were doing. They just put anything out. We need to get some more product out. Let's get it out. This is the hype level. This is the hype level. International Soccer rules okay. Until now, International Soccer has only been available for the Commodore 64 on cartridge. It's been regarded since its highly acclaimed launch as the best sports simulation ever to be released. In its original form on cartridge, it was released by Commodore. But now, CRL has converted it to run on cassette. But that's a good thing. That is a good thing. I'm flabbergasted, honestly. I am flabbergasted that they say that is a good thing to put out the classic cartridge game on cassette and resell it. It's just bizarre. It's bizarre, isn't it? But yeah, definitely worth a mention. I think that is all the Commodore 64. But here's a format we don't cover. Stop it. Here's a format we don't cover very often. That is the Commodore C16 plus 4. Yes! And I know we've got quite a few fans of that. Quite a few fans as well. Quite a few fans of that out there. And I've just picked a couple. I picked a few. We had quite a big collection come in a couple of weeks ago. And I picked a couple to put on the show. I love the graphics. This is an Anirog game. Anirog, really, to me, quite an authentic, traditional, original, brand for 8-bit computing. And this Tom Thumb, that giant spider, that is a spider, that's not Widow's Revenge, that is a proper spider coming to get Tom.
Come on then, Tom, let's go past this little devil man with his spike. Yeah, come on, jump. What amazing music. Oh yeah, this change in tone, this reminds me a bit of Manic Miner, doesn't it? Oh, and you've got the evaporating platform, classic. It's pretty much the same graphics as Manic Miner. Okay, here we go. Come on, Tom. Oh, underneath the flying sweet.
There's Tom Thumb. I mean, it's just a very lovely game. All in 16K. Compatible with +4, of course. Very nice. This one, another unusual, on the Bug Bite label. I love Bug Bite originally, you know, like Manic Miner, Birds and the Bees, Twin Kingdom Valley. But then they got bought by the Argus Press group, and they became a bit of a budget label, which is a shame. But they still put out quite a lot of interesting games, and this is Aardvark.
Here it is then, Aardvark. It's a tongue simulation game. You're at the top with your crazy tongue, and you have to wrap it around this maze. I'm hoping that it doesn't get bashed into by the little green monster lizards. You can kill the monster lizards with the end of your tongue, the red bit. Here we go. Yes, got it. Yeah, wrap it around. Oh, yeah. Oh, you see, it got my tongue.
Now, I'm confused about Aardvark because I don't think that's an Aardvark in the picture. I think that's more like an anteater. I think the artist has got confused and drawn an anteater. I mean, yeah, it fits the game because I'm not sure he is an Aardvark. I think he might be an anteater. We need to do some research.
Anteater, Aardvark.
Call Chris Packham. Chris Packham. I was going to go for the legend that is Terry Nutkins, but he's no longer with us, sadly. Moving on. What about this? I just love the name of this. This is Audiogenic software. Another classic brand. You might remember we actually, last year before, we bought the residual stock left at Audiogenic. This wasn't part of that, we sold most of that. This is the Tomb of Tarabash.
And if you're hoping for another quality Commodore 16 game, this, I'm afraid, may not be it.
Now, whenever I make a big thing about these strange names, I find out that's a real tomb. It really is in Egypt. There's probably a tomb, Tarabash, and I've ruined it. But yeah, very strange game for the Commodore 16, and it's got a lovely, creepy Tomb Raider feel about it. Very nice. Any more Commodore 16? Yeah, there's one more. This is super, not super, it's super rare. It's not a super game. It's Death River by Optics. It's a lovely sleeve. I mean, look at the design here. So we've got something going over the top of a waterfall there, like the rapids. But look, it's a skull. It's going to go across that skull. It's like the rock is a skull cracked in half. Or a skell, and I don't know. It's evocative. It's evocative. It's beautiful. It's going to go into my dreams tonight. Death River, very rare game for Commodore 16. What's left in the box, Jace? Well, we've got another Commodore 16. I have more Commodore 16. What about this? The Magician's Curse.
And what a mission it is. Yes, avoid the bats, grab the key. Okay, and off we go. Across the bridge, past the tree. I know, let's just jump. Let's just keep jumping. I actually think that maybe jumping is quicker than walking. Let's check. There's not much in it, More trees, they're not lollipops. Back to the bats. Oh, get me energy. Get back to the bats, past these bats. There's some more bats, potion, not much life left. Oh dear, that was it. Great fun.
Magician's Curse is on the Gremlin label. Beautiful clam case game. Just one of those games that just shows they could fit quite a lot of detail game. 16K. I mean, that's the thing. This is the thing about the Commodore 16 is a late machine to only have 16K. It's probably the last mainstream computer to only have 16K and no way of expanding the memory. So they really did have to push a lot of stuff around. That's technical programming talk. They really did have to push a lot of stuff around inside that big grey box of a computer thing to get this game to run, I think. I am such a legend, I really am. No, Magician's Curse. It's amazing that they were making 16... What year is this? 86. So 1986, and they're still trying to cram a game into 16K because Commodore couldn't make a proper computer. One more Commodore 16, and that is Terry Nova. No, it's not Terry Nutkins. It's Terra Nova.
Not just great music in this game, but also great speech. Check this.
Welcome to Terra Nova, a journey through the unknown.
A lot of northern enthusiasm in that voice.
Get ready.
Yes, it pauses while it sorts out the speech.
Get ready.
One more time.
Get ready.
Brilliant.
It's on the Anco label, famous for Kickoff 2 mainly, Anco. But this is a proper top-down shooter again, 16K. Oh no! This is it's two versions. It's a 16 side and a +4 side. The +4 side did have 64K. It's very messy, very messy. If you could go back in time and correct all Commodore's mistakes, you would, wouldn't you? You would. We'd have a different outcome now. We'd all be playing on the Commodore Switch. Do you think? Maybe. Okay, let's go. Carry on. What we got next? Let's go for PlayStation. Now we've got a really rare game. And it is this. It is Michigan Report from Hell. It came out on the 505 Game Street label.
It's actually a pretty creepy horror adventure game.
What are you talking about? What happened?
We're playing a news reporter.
Oh my god!
What are you doing? Run! Get away from there! Quick! Let's get back to the news van!
Yeah, it's pretty it's pretty nasty.
Working with losers like you two.
Behind you!
I'm joining up with some other team.
Ah!
What? Just keep quiet.
Behind you! There's a
And stop thinking you can order me around.
monster!
Huh?
Unfortunately, in some of the other scenes, the dialogue doesn't quite match the action.
Fire! Get it!
It's not just me. This is funny.
Look out!
I don't think he was going to get me. I think I was fine.
Film that thing! Yikes! Watch out!
It's like a horror adventure game, arcadey adventure game. It just doesn't look that exciting. Beautiful condition, you can see it's absolutely immaculate. It's 10 out of 10, beautiful condition. Did not come out all over the world, did not come out in the UK. I think this one is Italian. It's Italian. But it's so rare. It's so rare, this game. Calm yourselves, calm. 300 quid. 300 quid for a PS2 game? I know. It's insane, isn't it? It's insane, because I'd rather play Silent Hill. Another PlayStation 2 game. What about this? I love this. We haven't had this in stock before. This is Pink Pong. Yeah, getting that girly angle. It's like that BMX Triple X, isn't it? You know, just getting some girls on a ping pong game. It's a boring ping pong game, that's okay. Let's just get some digitised thighs on there and everyone will buy it. But they didn't, and that's why it's so rare. But again, beautiful condition. It's got a pink disc. Yeah, beautiful. It's not sexy, well, actually, no, they do play ping pong in a nurse's outfit. Is that sexist? Or maybe she's just on her way between wards. She's playing with one of the patients. They're recovering from a stroke and she's helping his dexterity. Maybe. What about this? A PSP game. Now, Jace, what have you picked this up? What the heck is that? That is Germany 2006. That's a FIFA game.
You can't get enough of the FIFAs.
It is a FIFA game. What the heck are you doing picking a FIFA game in the box? Well, the reason is, it's just one of these little things that really quirks me up. That's a new one, isn't it? Yeah, that really quirks me up. It's because of the disc. And yes, that is a transparent disc. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Maybe in Japanese games, but this is a UK release with transparent disc casing. So it's still in its plastic holder, but yeah, I just thought that is interesting, isn't it? That is interesting. They're usually white or black, but a PSP game in a transparent casing. I thought that's worth showing to the guys. Oh, right. Okay, let's carry on with consoles. Let's go Nintendo. We had a bit of Game Boy stuff in. Well, loads actually. A few hundred Game Boy games came in over the last couple of weeks. And I just wanted to see what this was like. So there's an excuse to get it on the show. It's Grand Theft Auto for the Game Boy Advance. Let's just see what that's like.
You join us at a bit of a kerfuffle with police officers. Now, it's not just the graphics that have evolved, it's the storylines, isn't it, on GTA games? Let's just say I'm a concerned citizen who wants to protect his right to smoke. I'll not be intimidated, Sergeant. Arrest this man. And then you go on a killing spree. Yes, I'm now shooting loads of innocent bystanders. Yeah, enough. What do you want? It's simple, really. Just make sure your anti-smoking bill isn't put to a vote ever. Done. Now get the hell out of here, you cheeky scamp. What? Is this absolutely insane? And now I'll steal the police car and run over a few people and try and get away. But I don't know. It's so far removed from the GTA we know now, isn't it? Is it fun? And maybe it's not that good. Carry on.
Well, now you've seen it. That's enough, isn't it? That's enough. Move on, Jason. There's another one. Another Game Boy Advance game I hadn't played before. It is called Danny Phantom Urban Jungle.
Yes, it's another strange game based on a cartoon series we've never seen, but it's actually got some similarity to the classic shooter Ikaruga, if you'll indulge me. Yes, I am collecting different coloured dots, and I'm trying to build up a chain. As soon as you get a blue one, you collect the blues, try and just get the blues, and then build up your chain. Get a pink one, you've got to collect the pinks. Yeah, it's just like trying to stick to one colour at a time. Build up your energy, ready for the big boss battle at the end.
Yeah, American only. It's a cartoon series, I think, on the Cartoon Network. Didn't get a UK release. Just thought it was a strange game. Worth showing you guys. Now, I got very excited in the Retrogames office. Just check my time. Yeah, got very excited in the Retrogames office the other day when this came in. It is this. Now, I'll show you on the close-up camera. This is some kind of Codemasters prototype game for the Megadrive, and as you can see, it says it is Linus Spacehead's Cosmic Crusade. Now, the funny thing about Linus Spacehead is actually it's a game for the American NES, not for Mega Drive, not for Sega formats at all. It is the prequel to Cosmic Spacehead on the Mega Drive. So you can imagine how excited I was when I plugged this into a Mega Drive to see what the heck. This is an unreleased game. Oh my god. Oh no, it's Cosmic Spacehead. It's exactly the same as Cosmic Spacehead. I guess this was like some sort of prototype. They just stuck a label on before they thought about it. I don't know. It's an internal Codemasters cartridge. Yeah, what a shame that wasn't a new Mega Drive game. Shame for me. That would have been worth a fortune. But it's not. Moving on. Okay, now there's one more format I think I want to talk about, and that format is... Yeah, Spectrum! Spectrum in the house. You knew Spectrum was coming, and I'm going to start with a couple of things for a Spectrum that not many people have. It's Gunship, and you think, Jay's come off it, Gunship, everyone knows Gunship. Yeah, Gunship, beautiful blue box, it's the wide box version, sometimes the red long box. And then you've got a lovely manual, and then you've got like the foldy thing and an insert, and then you've got the +3 disc. It's +3 disc, makes it so much rarer. Yeah, so I just thought that is worth putting on the show. Gunship on +3, and it's got a lovely gloss and shine to it. Beautiful condition. That's not the only one. I've got this one too. This is Project Stealth Fighter, again on the Microprose label. And again, I'll open it up for you. Pop it open. There it is. It is a +3 disc version as well. Loads of tat in there, loads of stuff, paperworks. Yeah, nice to see some Spectrum +3 stuff on the site. We don't get as much as we'd like to. Okay, now what about this one? This is a lovely game. This is Ninja Warriors. Let's check out Ninja Warriors.
Now we have to be honest here, this is one of those later games based on a classic coin-op, and you can see what they want to do. I mean, especially this bit, huge tank coming on, which you're going to try and take down the tank, a lone ninja, but yeah, chug, here we go. Yeah, I mean, we're throwing a shuriken at, yeah, it kind of works, but it's very lumpy, but it looks good.
Yeah, well, these later arcade conversion games are really good. It's got this weird Virgin Santa Don't Buy That sticker, which they're annoying, but they're authentic because they were original on it. But the reason I picked this one is because, you betcha, it's got the poster. Yeah, so we've got the manual and the cassette there, and here we go. I'm going to fold it out for you. Hopefully I can fold it back again in just the same way. You never know. There it is. It is Ninja Warriors. The poster makes all the difference. I mean, it's been folded for so many decades. It would never flatten out well through frame. It's just going to live in that box for eternity. But, you know, good for you. This will outlive me. It will outlive all of us. Okay, got one more game in the box. Yeah, it's a nice show this week. Nice and concise. And it's a very special game I didn't know existed. And this is one of the amazing things about doing this job and being the king of the retro gamers for the last 30 years, 29, is that I still, after all this time, find things I never knew existed. I mean, some of you will know this existed, but I didn't. This is Whopper Chase. This is a Burger King game for the Spectrum. I ain't never seen this before. I ain't never seen that before. I ain't never seen that before. A Burger King game. Only came out in Spain. That's why we didn't know about it. And it's not a Burger Time game. Let's just check out, before I show you what it looks like, the case, let's check out what Whopper Chase looks like.
Yes, it might be Colour Clash Central, but it has got some really nice animated graphics. We are playing a walking burger. Here we go. And it's basically a shooter. It's not single screen. There's several. You can scroll through to other screens. Shooting dogs, shooting chefs, and waiting for little packages to come down. Filling up the Burger King logo, and then moving on to the next level.
Beautiful, and there you can see you've got the Burger King logo in the corner. It is Whopper Chase, and it's not just the Spectrum version on there, it's got Amstrad, MSX and Commodore on there.
So here's the C64 version, a jolly tune to get us started. And while I'd say yes, there's definitely no colour clash, maybe the graphics on the Spectrum version are better. What do you think?
Open it up. It's that typical Spanish plain looking inside the inlay. But yes, so along with Mr. Wimpy, you know, there are lots of takeaway games on the Spectrum. Yeah! I just thought, wow. I mean, why is a Whopper, it's a burger, sorry PJ, why is a Whopper taking a phone call? I don't know why. I don't know, but I wish I knew. I didn't know burgers could use phones. But I'm really glad to finally found that out. And on that absolutely momentous game, I think it's a perfect time to end the show. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you for all the love and kind comments. I hope you're pleased to see me back. Maybe not. But until next week, happy retro gaming, retro gamers!
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
Apparently he's phoned a sex chat line to talk about his Whopper.